Guess who went to the one and only American Jonas Brothers reunion concert? I'll give you a second. It was me. Yeah, I went last minute, the last hour, and it was a complete surprise, and yeah, that's it. I went. I was there, and it was. Whew, I'm still like I can't speak of it because it was that bad. But I get so like I keep talking in my head, but I don't say it out loud. Back on track. Um, they did a really like nice mix of their classic stuff and they did this really cool sounding like countrified version. I can't remember if it's Pushing Me Away or Hold On, or maybe it was a combination of the two, but it was so good and it was so cute. They're all like stomping and then they all stomp in a circle, and I think that was my favorite part ever. And no, actually the ending was my favorite part because Burning Up, World War III, and Dance Until Tomorrow, those are the three songs that I was holding out for. Not so much Dance Until Tomorrow because that one, like, I guess we're not supposed to know about yet. But those two, Burning Up and World War III, were the ones I was waiting for. And we went the whole concert without even talking about Burning Up at all. And then they left. And obviously they were going to come back because who leaves and doesn't come back? And then they came back and they started playing it, and I was like, I don't dance and I don't like move and all that, but I mean I was, but I don't do it, but I was doing it for Burning Up. Best believe that I was burning myself up doing Burning Up, and that was really good. And Nick at one point he was playing drums I think for like 2 or 3 songs, and he's just like, I don't know how he ended up getting everything good and everything, you know, sunshine daisy. I don't know. Maybe it's like, maybe, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't want to say it because it's dumb. But he's so talented. Obviously. They all are. But, and Kevin actually sang in one of the new songs that they sang. I think it was First Time. Maybe. I don't really know. But yeah, he gets like a little like pre-verse type thing. I don't know. It was so, everyone was like screaming really loud. I don't know how many people saw that VYRT broadcast, I guess. But well, if you saw that, then you know what happened. But I'm so happy I went. I love everybody. I love America, and I love living in New York because look at all the things I get to do. I met One Direction in New York, and that's all I've really met in New York. I met Chris Brown. I ran into him. Well, I didn't run into him. Okay, I'm getting way off track. But yeah, they sang 3 new songs. Let's Go or Letting Go. No, it wasn't Letting Go. It was Let's Go. And that one was, I mean, they're all good, but they were all different, the ones they sang, which I liked. It was Let's Go, First Time, where Kevin has his little thing. And then it was Wedding Bells, which is the last one. And that was Nick starting off with like this big like speech about how, you know, being an artist, you have to talk about uncomfortable things, and you know, you write a song and you apologize for it later, and we were like, Nicholas, what are you doing? Just play the song. And I mean, you could hear the words, but I wasn't really like, not okay. Whatever I say is gonna sound dumb anyway. You should probably know that by now. But it was really good. And now people are saying it was like not a slow, but kind of like a rock ballad type of thing. So yeah. And now people are saying that it's about Miley and Liam Hemsworth getting engaged, because he talks about you're so young and or it's so soon, and I don't want to love anybody if it's not you, and you're doing too much too fast, something like that. But people are going to talk about what they're going to talk about, and they're going to speculate what they're going to speculate. So as long as he just keeps pumping out those pipes, That was probably a bad choice of words, but whatever. I've started this 3 times because I always say something really dumb that just I can't focus anymore, and I've done that about 5 times throughout this video, and I don't want to start anymore. So you're just gonna have to suck it up. I don't even know what I wanted to talk about, honestly. I just wanted to kind of like recap my night, I guess. Yeah. I got this shirt, which I love. And it says JONAS Brothers down there, and it has the date on the back, and it says, JONAS Brothers, Radio City Music Hall, New York City, 10, 11, 12. And I thought that was cool, because it has a date on it. And I got my dog tag. I don't know how much you can see, because I can't see myself. So I don't know if this is, like, too close or anything. But I think you can get the idea. And, lucky me, knowing me, and my seats, I ended up, we went, and we had to go pick up our tickets at the box office, and we didn't know where we were sitting, and we didn't know anything. So we get there, and we find out we're in the first mezzanine. So, okay, perfect. Then we find out we're in the middle section. Double perfect. Then we find out we're in row A. I would have been happy with just that. Just knowing, I was thrilled just to know I was in row A, and like we were kind of like a little off to the side, but it wasn't like a rotten piece of cake. It was definitely a nice big fresh piece of cake sitting there. And but of course the people I sit next to were always like kooky. There was a mom on one side, and her daughter was actually all the way in the front in the pit. But she was rocking out. Like, she was really having a blast and a half all by herself. And then the people on my right, they were older, but they weren't like mom. They were like 20-something maybe. And they were dancing and singing. I don't know if they had a little too much beer or wine or whatever they drank, bought from the bar. They bought something from the bar. They. See what I mean? But, yeah, but it was all fun. It was all fun. And I didn't scream my head off because I'm not psycho. There were these girls. We were leaving, and this video is all over the place. Whew. Anyway. You see, I do it to myself. Like, I tell myself, don't do dumb things, and then I do 6 dumb things for every time I say don't do dumb things. So this is like the 85th dumb thing I've done. Anyway, we were leaving, and there was this girl, like, hyperventilating and, like, having, like, she was full on crying, and she was trying to, like, sit down, but she couldn't find, like, her seat, and she couldn't push the chair down, and she was like, but they were so good, and she was, like, she was doing way too much. And the what are those called, ushers, she was like, calm down, you have to leave soon, I can't keep you here, you have to breathe. Just do that. That's it. And she's like, I'm trying. And she was a hot mess in progress. But I did have a lot of fun, and it was very good. And they sang a lot. They played for almost 2 hours, and they each gave like little mini speeches. Nick's speech about wedding bells was the longest. And then they let the band play. And that was really cool, cause I don't know if they ever had girl singers with them before, but they had, I think, 2, and one was playing the violin or the fiddle or something, and she was really good. And they sang, I think, Hello Beautiful, and one more. I don't remember, but they were really good. Obviously, they're Jonas Brothers backup band. And you see, there was the talking in my head, continuing in my head, but not out loud. There was a lot of songs where, I think this happens to everybody at concerts, like every artist, where, like, we're all singing the words, so they stop and we sing. And it happened, like, for almost every song, that, like, there was one point where we stopped, except the new ones, obviously. But, like, they stopped and we would sing, or, like, we were singing with them, and, like, everybody was just singing together, and it was just a musical, magical night. And oh, people said that Demi Lovato was there. Like, it was like 8 o'clock maybe. No, it wasn't that close. Maybe it was. I don't really know. But people were like starting to scream, and they were like losing their bananas, and they were just going nuts, and they're saying, but she wasn't there. She even said on Twitter, like, so bummed that I missed the concert, but I was somewhere else, whatever. And then the poor Delisa family, they walk in, and everyone, like, now the bananas are really lost. Everyone's going nuts. The poor people can't even get into their seats. They have, I guess they had like a whole row. But like the mom, and I don't know if the dad was there, but the two sisters and the brother was hamming it up. He really was. He was living it. But they were just ambushed. And then Frankie came in. He was sitting somewhere else, I guess by himself. I don't know. I just saw him and a bodyguard. But him, he got ambushed as well. Yeah. I'm trying to like remember in order, but obviously that's not happening. This whole thing is out of order. Let me think. I don't know. They were just really good. Oh, and Nick actually sung 2 of his songs. He sang Last Time Around, Who I Am, and I don't remember if Give Love a Try is their song, or his song, or a Jonas, like, TV show song. I don't remember. But they sang that, and then Joe sang, I really wish he sang See No More, but he sang Still in Love with You, or Just in Love. I forget what it's called. But yeah, that was cool. That was nice. And let me see what happened then. This might not even be long. I mean, short enough to upload. Can you hear me right now? Probably not, because I'm mumbling. I always mumble. What else, Gab? Think. I don't know. It was just a whole room full of spectacular, and it was great. The lighting, though, that was my problem. On stage, you could see them, but with my camera, I don't know if it was just me, but with my camera, like with the flash, they were, like, everything around them was dark. Like, for the most part, they had spotlights with, like, very dim lighting in the back. So when you go to take pictures, like, you have to make sure that they're in the light, and like, I mean, it wasn't like the worst thing in the world. It didn't take away from my experience, but I think that if the lighting was just a tad bit brighter, it would have made for better pictures. But I did get really good pictures. I'm gonna try and show you one because I'm really proud of it. I really love it. In the beginning, actually, I'm just gonna let you see it. This is the picture of when they came out. And I don't even think this thing has focus. I don't know if you can see that at all. Probably wasting my time. But they came out behind, I guess it was like a movie screen, and they were like standing, and they were walking, playing the guitar, and of course it's Nick on the left, and Joe in the middle, and Kevin on the right, and they're walking out, and they stayed that way for the whole time, like Nick, Joe, Kevin, and it was great. It was really good. And I'm really, really happy and grateful that I got to go. And, I hope that well, I don't know if they're going to do any more tours, because I think that they're going, like, around the world until, I think, like, December. But I don't know when the album's coming out. Nobody knows. Or maybe they said it and I missed it. I don't know. But, yeah, that was my experience. This is probably the most disheveled thing I've ever put together, and that's saying a lot because every other thing I've ever done is also disheveled, but this is the you see? Can't even do it. I'm sure that when I turn the camera off and I go to upload it, I'll remember, oh yeah, I wanted to say that. And then tomorrow I'll wake up, oh yeah, I wanted to say that. And then 2 weeks from now, I'll say, oh yeah, I wanted to say that. And I'll be upset because I can't add it anymore. And there I go, lowering my voice. You probably didn't hear that last part. Yeah. So, I guess that's all I have to say. It was amazing, and I'm glad that I ended up turning into a fan from going to their first concerts in little, like, bars in New Jersey. They were on tour with Ally and AJ, and I went to go see Ally and AJ, and they were coming, and my friend liked them, and I didn't. Like, I swore them off. And we were standing, no lie, it was standing room. We were standing in the second-ish row of people. Like, they sweated on me, and I thought it was so grossed out. And I could have taken a picture with them after it, but I didn't, because why would you take a picture with someone you don't like? But my brother and my friend are in the picture, so we have that somewhere. And then the next summer, they blew up. I think that concert was 2006, and then 2007 they came to Six Flags in New Jersey, and still didn't like them. I was miserable beyond belief, and I was sitting like all the way in the back of the arena, and I remember Kevin had gone off stage to like change his guitar or get a water bottle or something, and I was close enough to where like we could see each other, and he just like waved to me, and I was just, well, or maybe I waved, I don't know, but we waved to each other, and I don't care if he doesn't remember it, but I do. And then Burn It Up came out in, what, I think 2007 too, and it just changed my life. Changed my life. That's actually a really funny story. I'm gonna try and see if I can squeeze it in really quickly. Anyway, okay, so Burn It Up came out, and at first I ignored it, but it's hard because all I watched was Disney Channel and listened to Radio Disney, and that's all they played was Burn It Up and like Year 3000 and When You Look Me in the Eyes, and it was just like Jonas radio with some other people thrown in. So no matter how hard I tried, I had to learn the words, so I would just like sing it in my head, and I'd be like, no, don't do it. So then I thought, well, if I put it on my iPod, and then when I think of it, just listen to it, that'll work, won't it? No, it didn't work. I got hooked. It was like a drug. I had to listen to it like at least 75 times a day and 100 on Sundays. It was terrible. So we went upstate camping that summer or whatever, and I would bike to the back field, which was like a 10-minute bike ride, and I would just lay in the grass for like 20 minutes listening to the song over and over and over. And it's a sad, sad life that I lead, but it's my life, and that is my Jonas story. It is. And then I got hooked, and then Nick became Nick, and we all know how that went for him. That's great. And yeah. Stop it. Okay. I'm going to end this now because there's really nothing important I have to say anymore, and I'm sure that the VYRT thing is up somewhere, someplace. So I'll find that and just relive it over and over. Maybe it'll come out on DVD. But yeah, this has been fun. I now remember why I don't like making videos and why I don't do them anymore. Mostly because nobody watched them, but what are you gonna do? It's a free country. So yeah, I'm gonna go do something that's not this.